Welcome into Duval Daily, presented by GenJag.com. I'm Jordan DeLuga. Thank you so much for tuning in here on Wednesday, October 30th. Full disclosure, son is under the weather, so I have been trying to take care of him this week and haven't been able to do as much as I would like. Would have gotten this Cam Robinson talk out last night, but was unable to do so, again, with taking care of the baby boy there. So he's getting better. We're moving forward and still got him today, so will continue to be limited in terms of how much content I can get out, and I won't be able to go to the press conference today. But did want to talk to y'all about Cam Robinson. Really appreciate y'all supporting the channel. Cam Robinson traded to the Minnesota Vikings. The Jaguars and the Vikings, they have been heavy trade partners as of late, right? Jags went and got Ezra Cleveland last trade deadline. Trade during the draft. Jaguars traded back. They could go get Brian Thomas Jr. Vikings traded up to get Dallas Turner. And then now they have this third trade within a calendar year. So they've been fun trade partners. They've been getting a lot of work done together. Looking at Cam Robinson, he has a lot of history with the Jacksonville Jaguars, right? I mean, drafted in 2017 as a second round pick. He immediately came in as a starter for this football team, and he was part of the big run in 2017. Run to the AFC title game. Miles Jack wasn't down, right? So I think Cam Robinson was the longest tenured Jaguar after Tyler Shatley did not make the team. Shatley certainly was the longest tenured guy, but as a former second round pick, Cam Robinson started a lot of games for the Jaguars. Started a lot of games, played a lot of football. Again, in 2017, I thought he had a really good rookie year, encouraging rookie year. He did a lot well for that football team and had some big moments. Needed to improve consistency-wise, certainly. And then in 2018, he had the knee injury. So, and the reason I'm talking about his history here, he deserves to be talked about, right? Like, I don't think it's just talk about the trade value and talk about moving forward. Like, Cam Robinson's career with the Jaguars deserves to be talked about because he was here a very long time and was a high value draft pick. So again, 2018 was playing well, and then suffered the knee injury in week 2, missed the entire rest of the season. That rehab kind of took him a long time, and going into 2019, I don't think he was quite ready to get back on the field immediately, but he did get back out there quickly. And overall, it wasn't his best showing. I thought over the next couple years, he really continued to improve as a professional. And, 21 to this season, he's been a pretty good pass protector overall from an efficiency standpoint. Have there been blunders? Have there been ugly moments? Could he have been better as a run blocker during that time, more consistent at the point of attack? Yeah, like, he's never been a Pro Bowl level tackle as a complete player, but he's been close to it as a pass protector. Like, he's been one of the more efficient pass protection tackles in the league since 2021. And after he had that ACL in 2018, and it took him a long time to recover, he played pretty consistently the next couple years in terms of being on the field. But then these last couple, he's missed a lot of time. Last year, missed time with suspension and injury. This year, he had the concussion and then lost his starting job. And Doug Peterson always says you don't lose your starting job to injury, but it looks like that's exactly what happened with Cam Robinson here and Walker Little. And we will talk about the Walker Little of it all here. But Cam Robinson, good career in Jacksonville. I mean, to get, like, was it a great home run of a pick in the second round? No. I mean, he didn't develop into a Pro Bowl player, but he was a good starter. He brought a lot of attitude, a lot of energy to the football field. He was an adequate starter, and we'll get to the Walker Little and Trent Baalke of it all. Kind of weird situation with Trent Baalke deciding to sign him. We'll get to all that, but did want to jump into the trade value here. The Vikings get a 2026 seventh rounder that could become a sixth, and Cam Robinson. The Jaguars get a 2026 fifth rounder that could become a fourth rounder. So I know a lot of folks have been critical of that part of it because the Jaguars could have potentially gotten a comp pick for him, compensatory pick for him, just letting him walk. That would assume that they don't sign anyone at the position to replace him. And it would assume a few different things. But yeah, they probably could have just let him walk after the season and gotten a compensatory pick. The reason I don't think that they wanted to do that in any way, shape, or form is that once Cam Robinson was told he was not starting, we've heard this from multiple sources, he was not very happy, right? And you could see on the sideline visibly, like, there was a lot of conversation and team not being very, or he not being very happy about the situation, being a backup. And I think that's fair. You know, he feels like he's getting paid as a starter, which he certainly is. He has been the Jaguars starting left tackle since 2017. So for him to get benched in a way that Doug Peterson has always said that they don't do around here, I get it. I get why Cam Robinson would be disappointed. Losing his job because he got injured. I think it's more than that, personally. But yeah, Cam wanted to start somewhere. The Vikings, they lost their starting left tackle and Christian Darrisaw, so it made sense to me for him to go get to start elsewhere and for Walker Little to be able to start here in Jacksonville finally, right? We're going to dive into how this looks from a Trent Baalke standpoint, Walker Little's time to shine in the future as well. So first, got to remind y'all to check out Underdog Fantasy for Pick'em, Best Ball, a whole lot more. You can use code Duval Daily on Underdog's easy-to-use mobile app, or UnderdogFantasy.com, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. It's currently Boosttober on Underdog, where there is a promo to play nearly every day. Ton of options for Jaguars, Eagles, more getting added by the day. And if you want to pick Tank Bigsby to score, you want to pick Saquon Barkley to score, Underdog has Vulture Protection to rescue your pick'em. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code Duval Daily to claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit offer. Must be 18 plus, 19 plus Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus Massachusetts and Arizona, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply, void in Colorado. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit www.ncpgambling.org. Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. That's 1-800-639-8783. Or text NEXT STEP to 53342. New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Shout out to Underdog Fantasy. Now, we'll talk about Walker Little and how it's his time to shine, and then we'll talk about Trent Baalke a little bit and wrap it up with the future. So Walker Little, he's going to be the Jaguars starting left tackle now. He has played a lot, not as much as you would like a second-round pick, 2021 second-round pick. A guy that came in, was interesting. He had missed a lot of time in college. Knee injury, COVID season. He hadn't played in a long time when the Jaguars drafted him, and he was kind of a wild card type of pick because a lot of folks thought he had first round talent, and he certainly is a very talented, gifted football player, right? His physical ability, his size, his length, all that stuff checks boxes, but hadn't played a lot. So it was kind of a wild card pick. He's had to get on the field in place of Cam Robinson a good bit throughout his career, but he's never really been given an opportunity to start. Now, prior to the 2022 season, he was in a camp battle with Jawan Taylor to start at right tackle. Jawan Taylor clearly won that, had a career year, obviously. But this is a guy, as a rookie, 224 snaps, filling in for Cam Robinson. In 2022, he had to fill in for Cam Robinson down the stretch and actually started the Jaguars playoff game against the Chargers and did really well. So that was kind of your first glimpse of, hey, Walker Little you might really have something here. Then in 2023, last year, he had to start the season for Cam Robinson, who was suspended, and he was playing very well, in my opinion. He then had to shift inside to guard, battle through injuries, and then get out at tackle a little bit more and stuff. And he wasn't playing as well once he was dealing with the injuries. But those first 4 games or 5 games where he started for Cam Robinson, I thought he played really well at left tackle for the Jaguars. And then this year, had to get in against the Patriots with the injury to Cam Robinson, and then played against Green Bay. Um, rough, rough first series or so for Walker Little, I thought, but he really settled in and played well down the stretch against the Packers, in my opinion. And they have a talented pass rush, no doubt about it. So Walker Little now gets his opportunity to be the Jaguars starter, and the Jags have 9 more games this year, so he should have an opportunity to, whether it is locking up the Jaguars' long-term job at left tackle or earning a starting contract elsewhere. He should have that opportunity, because when he has played for the Jaguars at left tackle and been healthy, he's been very good. Very good football player. I thought he brought a lot of physicality last week. I think that he's the type of guy that's looking to earn a starting job. Again, whether it's in Jacksonville or elsewhere, he deserves it. He's still only 25 years old. He'll be 26 next year. So a guy that should be entering the best years of his career here. And if he can play well, which I expect him to play well enough to look like a quality starter, I said before the season I would sign Walker Little. That's where I've seen him at. Like, I see him as a starter in this league. So I think if the Jaguars could keep Walker Little around, that'd be fantastic beyond 2024. And again, he'll have to earn that over the next 9 games, and who knows who will be making the decisions. Right now it's Trent Baalke, but I think that could certainly change depending on how this thing plays out. Jaguars have 6 losses. Of course, they could go on a miracle winning streak, but I don't expect that to happen. I don't think anybody does. But again, Walker Little now has his opportunity to prove that he is a starter in this league. Excited for him to have that opportunity. Now, the Trent Baalke of it, the coaching, the roster building and management, coaching by Doug Peterson and Phil Rauscher, et cetera, it's really interesting, because you would think after drafting Walker Little in 2021 in the second round that the Jaguars would have been keen on getting him into the starting lineup. But lo and behold, prior to the 2022 season, the Jaguars signed Cam Robinson to a big deal. A deal that most people thought was a little bit rich for him. I agreed. I think that the Jaguars paid Cam Robinson more than he would have earned on the free agent market prior to the 2022 season, right? His hit this year was almost 22 million. Hit last year was almost 19 million. First year was under 8 million because the Jaguars do these signing bonuses where they can push money forward. So, yeah, that was bizarre because you just drafted Walker Little. Why are you extending Cam Robinson? I really have no clue. That was a strange decision by Trent Baalke. And look, if you didn't sign Cam Robinson and you were starting Walker Little, which you had to do a lot anyways, again, he had to start in the playoffs. He had to start the beginning of last year and did well in those situations. Why not just start Walker Little, let Cam walk? Again, you probably get a comp pick for that. And draft a tackle or add someone who can be a swing guy. Like, there's swing guys that are decent available every single year. So the whole process of building out the tackle room has been bizarre. It absolutely has, by Trent Baalke. And obviously he doesn't necessarily control who starts and who doesn't, but he's the one that signed Cam Robinson to the deal that said, hey, he has to start, right? The contract says he has to start. So, again, drafting a talented left tackle in 2021 and him not getting an opportunity to be your starter until the final year of his rookie deal literally makes zero sense from a roster building standpoint. At very least, he should have been given an opportunity to start last year full time. And then maybe if you liked what you saw, which I liked what I saw when he was healthy starting at left tackle, which is why I was comfortable signing him this offseason, it's all just kind of crazy. It really is to me. But now, at this point, forgetting all that weirdness, at this point, does it make sense? Yeah, it does. Jaguars want to start him. Cam Robinson doesn't want to be a backup. Make the move. I get it. And a 4th round pick in the future, that could end up being very valuable if it becomes that 4th round pick, which we don't know yet. I don't know the official stipulations that could make it a 4th round pick. But again, talking about the future just a little bit, I think that, again, I would sign Walker Little. I would sign him right now, but the Jaguars don't really seem to negotiate during the season. Walker Little might be best served to wait and see how it plays out before he signs anyways, but I would try to keep him around. If you can't keep him, you can't keep him, but I would try as long as things go well here over the back half of 2024 for him. And if not, you're probably looking at drafting a tackle really early. You did draft Javon Foster this year. Hopefully he can be your swing guy. I think that's the goal. So if you can't keep Walker Little, I think you're drafting one 1st round, 2nd round at the latest. But that'll do it. Really appreciate y'all tuning in. Let me know what you think in the comment section below about this move, about Cam Robinson's career, about Walker Little's future. If you enjoy the content, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You can also check out genjag.com/shop, pick up some new Duval gear, become a channel member here on YouTube. Y'all have a good one.